Hello, hello. It's just before 11 o'clock in New York, and I'm done for the day. I took two trades today. I almost took three, but I only took two. I'm on demo right now. I'm not even on a challenge account. I'm just on demo trying to learn some stuff because I realize I've been spinning my wheels a lot, and I need to just go on demo with less psychological pressure of losing money, even if it's just a challenge account, and to work on some stuff, work on my trading. So that's what I've been doing. Okay, so this morning I put it in replay mode so I can kind of click forward a little bit as I show you what how the day unfolded. So this morning I turned the machine on. It was about 7 o'clock in New York, and I noticed a couple things. One of the things I noticed was that I tried to look to the left and see where were the areas where prices really launched, and I call these launch levels. Like these are areas where are the recent areas where price really took off from. So, and I'm talking about the candle bodies on a 15-minute chart, not the wicks, just the bodies. So the first place I saw was right here. Obviously, this was about 15,270. It was a huge push up from that level, and the body started right there. If I kind of put a line there and kind of go forward a little bit, I can see that I also had that same level, maybe just slightly lower, at 15,269. So 269, 70, and then we also had 71 half right there. So basically, what I did is I took a green rectangle and I just encompassed all three of those levels. So we're covering all of them. It's a zone. So we had that, and then the next thing I noticed was that there was a trend forming. We had an upward sloping trend, so I put a trend line on that, keep track of that. And the idea is to have as many touches as possible. So if I was just going to use the first two um, for my trend line, it really wouldn't work too well because then if the other two wouldn't be in there. So I'd like to get all of them in there. I'd like to use the line that has as many touches as possible. So I think that's about where I put it right there. So okay, so far I've got this and this launch level. I've got this trend line on this upward sloping trend, and then I've also, if I'm looking at this, I see that I have a pivot point here where this consolidation area was resistance to this next one here that came up. So I can just go ahead and throw in a horizontal line in here. That's kind of a pivot area. It's just something to keep a track of. It worked again here. It broke through here, but then it went down under, and then it worked again here as a pivot area. So those are the three lines I put on. So I'm watching price now on a little bit closer time frame, maybe like a 1 minute, and I'm trying to see what I could see. Um, and price is moving up. So I'm just kind of watching things unfold here. And what I noticed is that there's going to be something that forms very soon that's going to be very interesting here. I'm looking for pivot points that that are interesting. So what I'm trying to find really is an area that is going to show us some convergence. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I want to find a place where I have um, an angled line and a horizontal line meeting. So this area right here would be something. And as a matter of fact, a little before that area got there, we had a nice launch there. So I'm looking basically for the next. At this point, this trend line is the most interesting thing to me. It's the most obvious thing to me. So I'm looking for the next pullback to this trend line to see what happens. And I'm waiting, and then suddenly it does come down there. Okay, so it puts in one it puts in one wick down to it, and then when I look at it more carefully, because now we're starting to get some volume, it's 8:38. You know, a lot more volume starts coming around 8 o'clock, 8:30. Now we're starting to get some larger pushes. The candles are growing in size. So now I'm kind of my radar is up. I'm more alert. I'm saying, okay, what's going on here? So I start looking at this. I go, where are the recent areas where prices launched, like that could be similar to this trend line here? Because price keeps bouncing off this trend line over and over again, right? So, but I need something besides just a trend line. I need an EMA, or I need like a level where I've got support. So I'm looking now and I'm seeing that I've got this double bottom here, and I've got this bottom here that launched. I've got this one here that launched. So these are three areas right here, and it kind of back tested that area here too and launched. So I got like 3-4 areas here that if I could just kind of find the average of those three areas, then I could probably find something that's going to be, you know, make sense. Okay. And so here we are with our next apex right here. And I'm looking to see what price does in this area here. So I'm watching, and I like double bottoms. I've said that over and over and over again, right? So all of a sudden, when you see a huge candle like that, gigantic candle like that, generally speaking, you're going to see something important happen after that. So what happens? We get price dancing around again, and here it goes again. Okay. And did you see that? Did you see how quickly that wicked down off that? That is, to me, when it wicks that fast, it just like a heartbeat, it goes down, taps it, and there's like massive liquidity down there, massive orders. And that makes it go right back up and turn into a pin hammer. That is a place to buy. So, and that's right past the apex. It's right in the apex area, right? So that, and it's a double bottom, okay? It's at a launch level. It's at a level that prices launched before, and it's touching the trend line. So it's doing all those things. So I was just kind of figuring this out. I haven't really looked at the charts this way before, but using the 15-minute charts over the last 3 days or so has made me see the pricing and the charts in a whole new way. And so because I'm looking at everything in a whole new way, I was able to see that finer grain of detail on the 1 minute. I know it kind of sounds weird how using 15-minute charts helps you see the 1 minute in a new way, but it's really true. It really happened. So anyway, I thought that would be a great place to buy. But again, this isn't something that I've been doing much, using these apexes like this. So I just kind of watched to see what price would do, and next thing you know, price is going up, 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 right from that point. So it went up to that swing high. So that was pretty cool. By now it's 9:14, 9:15. I'm just watching. The market's going to open in a few more minutes, and I just want to see what's going to happen next. So I keep watching. Here's the New York Open right here. We had some really big, wild wicks right there, and then it goes up and puts in a big push up. Okay, I'm still not in. I thought about getting in, but it's a little wild that first few minutes. So basically, I'm watching to see what's going to happen here. It bounces off the 8 EMA. It comes back down again, puts in a bottom against the 20 EMA right there, and that's where I bought in. Right there's where I bought in. Because I knew that I have this level here that I marked earlier, which is a swing high level, 2 times double top swing high level. So there's that. And then the other thing, I'm always looking for 2 things, right? The other thing was the 20, right? It already put in one bottom off the 20 right there and launched. So I was interested in it because it came back down and hit the 20. US 500 is crossing the level. I'll look at that. I'm not going to trade that right now. Okay, so so I bought it here, and I rode it up to this point right here, and it stalled, and I got out. But I made like $1,100 off that. So that was my first trade. Okay, then I wasn't even going to trade again, but all of a sudden at about 10 o'clock, things just got really crazy, and the market started taking a massive dive down. And remember, um, this is a this is the level that I saw way down here. Okay, when I on the 15, I was like, yeah, that level was an area of interest to me down here at the bottom here, because there was a major push up from it here, a strong push up from it here, and also a strong push up from it here. So I have the whole thing, all three of those bottoms of those 15-minute candles marked off as a green zone. Okay, so price comes down towards that zone. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. This is the zone. Price comes down towards the zone. And what does it do? First thing it does, it puts in a double top against the 20 again. You can see that if you do this. There's your double top against the 20, and it went down like that. That was a nice trade. Then this is VWAP right here. It puts in another double top against VWAP. You can see it right here. It goes down, pushes down, and now it's pushing down towards that level. Okay. Now the smart way to trade is to trade with the trend, and trying to pick the bottom is always really hard. But in my mind, I say if I can get a double bottom off this level, I can scalp it. Again, the best thing to do really is to trade with the trend, but it was getting close to the bottom of the range. So I was kind of a little bit more interested in going long, but I knew because it was counter trend, it was going to have to be a scalp. So does that make sense? So I didn't want to go short because I was towards the bottom. I wanted to go long, but if I knew that I was going to go long, it had to be a scalp. So I'm going to put this back on candle so you can see more clearly. I waited for the first candle to wick off the level, and it did that right there. Then I waited for the next one because I like double bottoms, and I got it to get in right there. Oop, yeah, right there. Right there. And so I got in right here where you see this candle, and I rode it for about 2 minutes is all, and it started to stall, and it was stalling, so I got out up here. So it was a very quick trade. I had 150 shares on it, so I made 1372 on that one. I made 1190 on the first one. I made 1372 on the second one. That was a little over 2500. Now, of course, this is demo. Obviously, it's not real money. Even if it's a challenge account, it's not real money. But I'm just trying to teach myself how to trade better right now, because I've been so wild and back and forth and everything. And it's just, trading's a confidence thing too, and so it helps to practice when you're not putting money at risk, to build confidence and just build your skills. So that's what I'm trying to do, just trying to practice. I know I've been at this a really long time, but it's really freaking hard, and I have no idea why I really want to do this, but it's practice. So anyway, those are the two trades for the day. I took those two trades today, and they were both winners, and I feel good about that, and I'll call it a day. So there's a lot of other stuff going on. The market's pretty active, but I think two trades is fine for me. Okay, that's it.